To our next speaker, of course, as Alpha E team and alumni, Universities Wisconsin-Madison, Miss Merly Klaas PhD. Are you there? Hello, Miss.
Halo, Mas Ahmad.
Okay, what time is
I'm
it right
here.
there?
I'm
Yes.
here. I'm here.
What time is it
Can you
right
hear
there?
me?
Yes, it's really audible. Can you hear me too?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, what time is it right there?
What time?
Yes,
It's 6:35 p.m.
6:35. It must be evening, right? Good evening for Miss Mel.
Yeah,
Okay.
evening, and I'm a mom, so I'm cooking while I'm while I'm
Wow.
attending this seminar. You
Okay.
might
Did you
have
have your
noticed that
dinner?
I keep going back and forth,
Did you
checking my
have
satay
your all
ayam. I'm
right.
cooking satay ayam. I'll
Wow.
I'll I'll let you know when it's done.
That's really interesting. Have you got your dinner time with your family actually?
Not yet. So my husband and kids, they're at the gym. I send them out so I can focus. I have two young daughters. So one is almost 4 years old, and the other one is 11 months, almost 1 year old. So when they're home, I can't talk. So I send them out, and then I'm preparing dinner. So we'll eat dinner right after this.
Wow. Okay, we focus on for a while, right? So Miss Merly will be talks moreover included the experience as the achievers of LPDP in the US and also while going abroad, having a brand new insight to study at the US as well as how to make then apply the motivations letters. Without any further ado, we welcome you to Miss Merly Klaas, PhD. The time is yours, Miss.
Panjang ya namanya ya, Mas Asmat ya. Okay. Hi everyone. I think I'll be speaking in English, mixed ya nanti Indonesia English. I'm going to share my presentation. Okay, I have the okay. Ya udah kelihatan ya. Can people see? Okay, good.
Sudah, ma'am.
Hi again. Good morning again for those in Serang, Banten or in the area. My name is Merly. I have a long name, but people call me May or really short. So feel free to call me May if you can't say my whole name. um, so today I share about my experience, and I would love to hear your question or any sharing. Probably, I'd love to help basically because I was in all of your situation about maybe 11, 13 years ago. I was also attending different sessions, seminars, going to uh, like alumni gathering and asking questions. And yeah, be happy to help in any capacity. Um, so okay, um, this is the overview of things that I wish to cover for my session. So I'll give short introduction and then why study abroad and specifically why choose UW-Madison School of Education. And then I'll share my personal statement that I wrote applying for UW-Madison and also some other universities when I applied for my master's degree, and what impact of learning abroad and then also career options. Yeah, so quick introduction. My first identity always, I'm a wife and a mother. That's something that I'm so proud of. I have two daughters, Kiara and Afelin, and Jonathan, my husband. And fun fact, this is a hint for things that I'll present later, but I met my husband in UW-Madison. So um, Madison is always a special place for us. And in fact, I gave my first daughter, middle name Madison, to remember how special the city of Madison, Wisconsin, for me and for our family. In terms of education, so I have Bachelor of Psychology from Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana di Salatiga. And then I have my master's in curriculum and instruction from UW-Madison, funded by Bumira and team, USAID Prestasi scholarship. The scholarship is no longer available. I think I was the second cohort, 2013. So 11 years ago. Time flies. And I also just recently graduated from University of Oregon in education studies, specifically in quantitative research methods in education. And for my PhD, I did not get scholarship from in the LPDP, but I worked as a graduate employee. So basically, my got like tuition paid by the university and also monthly stipend from the university. So there's another option for those who want to study abroad, in addition to maybe more traditional scholarship scheme like LPDP, Fulbright, for those who wish to pursue PhD, specifically maybe more options to work at campus. Pak Agus, beasiswanya juga dari kampus atau LPDP
No,
ya?
dari BPI, Mbak.
BPI, oh iya ya. Itu dari Dikti ya?
Kemdikbud ya, Kemdikbud sekarang.
Kemendikbud. Yeah. So I've experienced both scheme of scholarships. And in terms of working experience, I was working as a lecturer at I'm from Kupang, Nusa Tenggara Timur. Siapa yang sudah pernah ke Kupang, jalan-jalan ke Labuan Bajo or Sumba, lagi hits beberapa natural sites in Nusa Tenggara Timur. So I was working as a lecturer for sometimes, but bukan PNS, jadi waktu itu dosen kontrak. And then I pursued my master's degree, and then I went back to Indonesia, working with Save the Children as early childhood education specialist, and pursuing my PhD. And right now, I'm still in Oregon, in United States, working as research analyst. And hopefully in the near future, we can't wait to go back to Indonesia. Okay. So why study abroad? Saya mau sesinya lebih santai, lebih lebih menggugah dalam arti why I personally want to study abroad. Sebenarnya this is my childhood dreams. I don't know, maybe teman-teman di sini much younger than me. Umurnya pada berapa nih kira-kira? Bisa drop in chat. Tapi I grew up watching a lot of American movies like Home Alone or Air Bud, atau film yang beda banget kali mungkin sudah nggak ditonton zaman sekarang. But those movies showing life in the US, the sceneries, the neighborhood, and then snow, and I want to experience it. Saya dari Kupang yang panas, and I want to experience different things, and it always become my dreams. I remember when I was in 6th grade, I already like, oh, I want to go to this country, that country. I love travels, and also that's something that I always dream of as a child. But also more serious, like sense, because there are plenty of scholarship opportunities available for us. Back then, about 15 years ago, LPDP belum ada ya. Jadi waktu itu mostly scholarship from the country donors like USAID or USAID, Australian, New Zealand, and those are, I think, were more difficult. I don't know. More competitive and smaller quotas in terms of how many people can go. But now there are so many opportunities. Even LPDP itself, it doesn't have quota, right? Those who pass the requirements basically can go. I can speak this because I actually also got LPDP back in 2017. I got LPDP, but I also got funding from universities, and because I want to experience working at the university, I chose to take the university scheme funding instead of LPDP. But many scholarship opportunities available, so we have to work on it, and also just expand academic, professional, and personal capacity. And it is a life-changing experience for us as well, because we will see other people from different cultures, traveling abroad, looking at different education systems, learning from different innovations, strategies that probably we can apply in Indonesia, but still looking at the cultural values that can be applicable in our settings. More specifically, because we are talking about two universities here, Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa and also University of Wisconsin-Madison, specifically University of School of Education, University of Wisconsin-Madison, ranked #1, tied with Columbia University, I believe. So here you have Pak Agus also, and then these two universities, I think, catching up one another and always in the top rank of School of Education. And those rank are actually reflects on certain qualities because they measure how the atmosphere within the university. Sometimes you have good reputation universities, but then when you get inside the university itself, people hated each other, or they don't support each other. I think it's a common thing, like egocentrists feel like they're better than the other. So, but when you scored high in these ranks, particularly, they look at the climate within the school itself. Another consideration is the research activities. So how many publications, how many fundings they got from the federal government, for example, research expenditures that this faculties are doing. In fact, after this, one of the professors will join, Mr. Aidin. He is still teaching classes currently, and he'll join right after this. Another consideration is student selectivity. acceptance rate, the smaller the number is better, meaning many people want to apply, but only small percentage of students can actually be accepted. Why it's good? It's good because those who can actually get in are already filtered. So those with high ethics, maybe high motivation, or already have some research background, things like that. So you ended up sharing classes or be in class with other students who bring rich experience, knowledge from their background as well. We want that kind of situation. We want that kind of circumstances. So you also feel challenged, right? It can be depressing or challenging as well because everybody's so high achiever. But on the other side, it makes you working harder, right? If everybody's just like relaxed and not giving their best, we also tend to get to relax probably. But and also the student to teacher ratio, smaller classroom usually in the graduate level. It's more discussion based, especially in education. So smaller classroom is pretty common. Nanti Pak Agus bisa clarify in Columbia bagaimana. But my classes usually 8 to 10 or 15 at most. Some exception for like introductory classes, but most classes are small, so people can discuss, sharing ideas, and you have to talk basically. In addition to those criteria, based on my personal experience, we also will meet big names, professors who usually maybe you read their journals or their books, but they are very friendly. Like not sure about the in Indonesian universities. Sometimes if it's Pak Profesor atau doktor, we tend to be like, oh, I don't know what to say, what to talk. But that's also my mentality when I first came. I don't want to say their name, but in United States, especially in the graduate level, they treat you as a colleague. One big names, he's already retired. Michael Apple, he's one of my most favorite professor. He mentioned my name. Like I walked past and then, hi Merly. I was like, oh. And one professor after class, he wanted to hear feedback from students. Okay, I scheduled coffee time. I pay for the coffee, and you can share your experience. So it's more like collegial relationship with professors. And in UW-Madison specifically, very strong emphasis on equality and equity in education for all children. I wrote later, I'll share my personal statement, but I specifically talk about how the education quality is still a huge gap between Eastern Indonesia and Western Indonesia. I experienced it myself. And I'm so glad that those are some of the important things that they also focus on. Kalau teman-teman pernah dengar ada critical race theory, it's the professor who coined it is actually from University of Wisconsin-Madison, Gloria Ladson-Billing. And most of the professors focus on how we can ensure all children, regardless of their background, religion, race, able to get high quality education. So that's the spirit. And even though we have probably different problems, United States have their own challenges, but we can learn some of those important things that we can apply in Indonesian context as well. access to high quality academic literatures and publications. You can do internship in some education institutions as well. You have international network and also research collaboration. And you also can pursue your advanced degree for those who take masters. It is relatively, I think, easier to pursue a PhD in the US because you have those research experience already. You got your TOEFL already, GRE already. So in my experience, it is easier for me to apply for PhD program because I graduated from a master's program in the US. Also, you can attend many free conferences and seminars in person, and beautiful campuses. And today, like this time, we have fall seasons. So it's changing colors of the leaves. And it's just beautiful. Not 2 degrees yet, like in East Coast. Kita di Oregon itu lebih hangat ya, lebih hangat. So those who cannot stand cold weather, maybe you want to avoid East Coast. Padahal Wisconsin, Wisconsin itu, oh my goodness, ya itu disimpan dulu informasinya. But yeah, Wisconsin very reputable on like a very cold winter. But it's an experience, right? The next point, Mas Ahmad tolong diminta ini ya, minta peringatannya ya, apa time-nya. Untuk personal statement sendiri, this is one of the most crucial essay that universities will ask. Then they have different requirements. So this is just one of the examples that I'll share. But ultimately, everybody needs to look at the website of the program that they want to apply and see what are the main points that they want you to address in your essay. So for UW-Madison, and I think most of the university in the US, you have to submit 2 essays, personal statement and study objectives. For PhD program, you have to also submit your proposal. Kalau boleh tahu, ini banyaknya mau daftar masters apa PhD? Mungkin both ya. Bisa chat or drop your answers. I can't really see that, but yeah. But goalnya adalah they want to know yourself. Essay highlights your academic and professional background, and they help admissions committees to understand your passion, motivation, and potential fit for the program. It's a personal statement. But for study objective, it focuses more on the detailed study or research plan and your alignment as a student with the program. Or in PhD, more for their professor. Courses offered, potential advisor research field, and so on. Ya, Pak Agus nanti bisa share juga pengalamannya untuk waktu apply seperti apa. But in UW-Madison for masters, I don't think it's that crucial in terms of advisor compared to PhD, because for master's program, you have options to either write paper for your final projects, or some internship, do some internship at schools. For example, I know one of my friends in Boston, she didn't have to write any research or paper. She just needs to spend the last semester working with the school, local school in Boston. And the report of the internship has become her final project, basically, to graduate. So it depends on the program and options that you choose We'll hear more about UW-Madison from Professor Aidin later. You can ask. And here I share my personal statement for when I applied for my master's degree. So I'll read a little bit. When some people think that education is the right for every human being, there's an exception for many children in West Timor segregation refugee camp in Noel Bakis, Nusa Tenggara. This is because I was working as a volunteer in refugee camp. Teman-teman tahu kan tahun 99 Timor Timur berpisah dengan Indonesia dan masih banyak warga yang pindah ke Indonesia itu masih tinggal di kamp pengungsian. Dan sampai sekarang pun masih cukup memprihatinkan kondisinya mereka. So I share this personal experience why I wanted to study abroad to learn about in back then curriculum and instruction, because I see this inequality for some children in Indonesia, in my province back then. So for personal statement, create a hook, grab attention early. Start with your personal inspiring moment or statement that sets the stage for your story. It's very important to share this in the beginning. And then you can talk about detailing your journey, your leadership, your organization experience, but just don't restate what you wrote in your CV. This is more in-depth journey that you can share. So I shared about my college year, how I joined different organizations. But this is also an opportunity for you to share your leadership potential, because they wanted to they want future leader to join this program. You can also talk more about your professional, academic, and research experience, the challenges you face, the breakthrough, the growth you experience. That's showing that, okay, I came from difficult situation, a challenging situation, but this is what I do. This is what I decided to do. And I overcome it, basically. So showing your strong characters to solve the problem, and it's very important. And concluding paragraph, you can restate again your passion and commitment to the field to conclude your personal statement. But editing and proofreading is the most important. I remember my first draft. Oh my gosh, so bad. But it harus mulai somewhere kan. Back then, I think we visited at America frequently in Pacific Place. Those in the area you can come because they have a consultant to kind of help you read. And Ibu Mira mentioned there's pathway programs that can help you. Not sure, Ibu Mira, if they can send their paper online or get feedback online, things like that. But editing and proofreading, I think I edit so many times, but that's how it is. You need other people's eye to help you rearrange or restructure your essay. And impact of learning and experience after returning to Indonesia. After I finished my master's degree, I worked as an education specialist in a remote island di Pulau Sumba, Nusa Tenggara Timur. There I lead, ada yang jurusan, aku nggak tahu nih, ada jurusan anak usia dini nggak di Untirta nih? Tahu? Nggak ada? Ada?
Jurusannya ada, Mbak.
Ada PAUD.
Oh, ada ya?
Merly.
Ya. Ya, jadi karena saya memang umum, but my research focus is in early child education. So I help the government to set up PAUD HI, Holistic and Integrated ECE, in terms of planning, implementation, and also policy to secure sustainability of these programs. I also taking a lot of classes about culturally relevant curriculum when I was in Wisconsin. And then I was able to apply those values, those principles. And then I help the local teacher and the government to create local indigenous local curriculum specifically tailored to indigenous people in Sumba, while also following the national curriculum. But I help them translate it into lesson plans that use different materials that they can find, or cultural practices that they find in their own home culture. And I joined forces nationally in Koalisi Nasional PAUD HI. It's a national coalition of those working with early young children, many teachers, and also policymakers working in private organization, NGOs, and also in Asia Pacific level. Some career options after graduating from UW-Madison, eventually, first and foremost, educators can be teachers, lecturers, also professors. You can work as an education specialist, specializing in different age level. I know in the if you focus more on maybe 0 to 3, you have certain classes, 3 to 6, or like preschool or K to 12. You can choose specific classes that we'll be working on, and you can be the specialist for those age groups. Or you can also be curriculum developer, helping tailor the specific needs or certain group of communities. And also you can be school leaders, policymakers. In my case, I became more like researchers. And it's aligned also with what I did in my PhD program. So looking at data collected nationally, and you can suggest to the government what are the best innovations, what are the best strategies based on data that they can take, not just, oh, nih kita udah mau ganti presiden, ganti lagi kebijakannya, things like that. But yeah, when you pursue degree, especially and strong in research skill, then that's something that you can contribute to help our current policymaker to make wise decision for children. And you can also be education consultant, working in private or helping private or public sector. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I'm happy to answer some questions, or if you have anything to clarify, I would happy to do so. Thank you so much.
Yes, we would like to say thank you, of course, to Mrs. Merly Klaas. Of course, we will go to the next question.